you guys love Alabama football. That's not a shock. And because you love Alabama football, you want all the information you can get, right? And several reporters out there work hard and are diligent to give you good information. Information that when it comes out, you say, I believe it because this guy or girl is telling me this, right? That's what good reporters work for. They work to gain your trust so that they have a reputation. So when they report something, people say, it's true. Well, what also happens is we live in an age where everyone is a reporter because everyone has a camera. Everyone has a cell phone. Everyone has a Twitter. And yesterday, an anonymous Twitter account put out that Deontay Thompson crawled off the field. And before you could sit down, that tweet had been, it was viral. People were DMing me. People were text messaging me. Listen. And I'm not blaming the person who put it out, but there's a reason I don't report on injuries. There's a few reasons, actually. One, I still am of the belief that your medical history is your personal business. And if you want to share that with people, then that's on you. If your head coach wants to share that with people, that's on you and your coach. If your family wants to share it, that's on you and your family. But your medical history is private, okay? That's one. Number two, I'm not a doctor. I don't have access to your MRI, to your x-rays. And do you know how many people get hurt in practice every day with what may look very serious? I remember 2 years ago, Cam Robinson had to be nearly carted off the field during practice. He didn't miss a game. So all that did yesterday was set off a panic. Deontay Thompson has a knee injury. He crawled off the field. That was how it was worded. He crawled off the field, which may be true. But the panic that ensued from one guy's tweet, and you know where it started? Because somebody texted this guy and said, oh my gosh, Deontay Thompson just got hurt. This is what I saw. And I'm not here to say that what they saw was not true. But all it does, it set off a panic in the Alabama fandom. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming people who sent me messages asking me if it's true. Heck, you guys are the reason we have jobs because you care so deeply. All I'm saying is context is important, right? Just because somebody left practice doesn't mean their season's over. And sure enough, Deontay Thompson's dad yesterday says it's not serious. He did get injured, but it's not serious. Most likely he suffered a shin bruise. Very painful. If you've ever been hitting the shin really hard, have you ever been hitting the shin really hard, Paradise? I'm talking really, it hurts. It hurts. And if you've ever had a bone bruise, you know it hurts. But before we go running out telling everyone that he's got a serious injury, why don't we wait to find out if it's true? Or to find out that, hey, yeah, he was hurt, but it's not a big deal. He'll miss a couple days practice. He might not even miss practice. He just got dinged up. And it's a rant. This is a rant really aimed at no one because people care so deeply. But in the wrong hands, information can lead to misinformation. Does that make sense? And so, as we sit here today, Deontay Thompson's fine, for all I know. And again, this isn't, I'm not taking a shot or taking a swing at anybody. Because, heck, the desire for information is what keeps us media schlubs employed. It does. But I do think a desire for information right now, got to have it right now, sometimes you don't get all of the information. You get partial information. And sometimes that's not good. Also remember, man, these are these kids' bodies. Imagine you're Deontay Thompson's family yesterday. He's still in practice. Practice is going on. And then all over Twitter, you hear that your son's been really injured badly. Probably not going to feel good about that, are you? You're probably going to panic. You're probably going to panic a little bit. I mean, I don't have children yet. I hope to one day have children. I know that how I would feel. Heck, I know how I would feel right now if someone told me my dog was injured. I'd leave this program right now. And that's just a dog. So imagine you're Deontay Thompson's family yesterday and you're getting reports that your son's been badly injured. He's still in practice. You can't get a hold of him. That's probably going to leave some very anxious moments, right? Medical history should be treated with respect. And I know you guys are emotionally invested in this team, and you probably do like a lot of the football players on it. But remember, there are real people and real families behind this. And inciting panic probably didn't do a whole lot to help Deontay Thompson's dad's blood pressure yesterday. And again, the person who originally put out the tweet was probably just trying to tell Alabama fans, hey, there's something going on. But we didn't have all the info. We didn't have all the info. That's why it always kind of drives me a little nutty when a guy gets hurt in the middle of a game. And that's a little different because we see guys, the guy gets injured on television, we see he get hurt. We kind of know what area of the body's hurt. But people start texting me, start messaging me, start tweeting at me, have you heard what's wrong with so-and-so? Well, no, we're in the middle of the game. I haven't. I mean, believe it or not, Nick Saban didn't send a messenger up to me and tell me what's wrong with the guy. And two, a lot of times they need testing, medical testing to confirm a diagnosis, an MRI, an X-ray. And believe it or not, that usually takes place the next day. At least MRIs do. I think they have X-ray machines on site. So, listen, trust me, I understand you guys care deeply about your football team. And I'm thankful you do, because it gives me a reason to have a job that I really enjoy. But also remember that partial information can lead to misinformation. And it created a panic yesterday when one really didn't need to be created. Because guess what? If a player's out for the year, we're going to find out about it. If Deontay Thompson had tore his knee up so badly yesterday that he had to miss the rest of the season, we would have found out about it. Nick Saban would have told us about it. But now, all that's really happened is that Clemson knows that Deontay Thompson's not 100%. So maybe if Deontay Thompson's starting in the game or has to play in dime defense, maybe Clemson goes at him a little bit. There creates a competitive disadvantage in some of these things. When the media finds out that a player's dinged up but's going to play, that goes to the opposing coaching staff. And they're like, you know what? Let's find the weak link. We're going to go at him. So sometimes this information that gets leaked out hurts your team. And I don't know what the answer is. I know it drives Alabama crazy. I know it drives Alabama insane that some of this information gets out. But guess what? There are hundreds of people on that practice field. There are 100 people out on that practice field. From visitors who've been invited guests to student workers to GAs to all the behind-the-scenes staff. Think about how many people are there. It's going to get out. But I'll say this. Partial information can be dangerous and can lead to misinformation.